All right. Hello, everybody. We're using my wife's phone. This is smaller. We're using my wife's phone. See if this makes a difference. To go live, to bring value, to Believe Nation. Okay. Welcome, 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 welcome. See if the phone makes any difference here. So hello, Sharani. All right. Let's see. I see. I think it's his side. It might be his side, but we've tried. No, it's your side. It's your side. So nobody can hear you. What? I hear you, but nobody else hears you. In the chat, they can't hear you. You've done Instagram lives before, though, no? Yeah, yeah. I'm on. I'm on. It's the. Oh, they're saying. We'll have to. We'll, all right. I'll stay live. I'll chat. I'll chat with Believe Nation for. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he got kicked off. All right. Steven's going to restart his phone. I'm on my wife's phone, so it's not my side. It's not my side. Okay, guys, give me some questions. Give me some questions. So Steven's part of my new movement makers program, where it's a membership program where I'm in training for 90 minutes every 2 weeks. I'm helping entrepreneurs build their movements. So Nina says sign up for the movement makers. We start March. When is it? March 16th? No, March 19th. When's the first one? March 19th, the first one. So, and then part of that is hopping on with me live and getting some exposure and answering your questions. But anyway, while we wait for Steven, give me some questions. Pop it down below and let's see how I can help. Hi, Evan. Who is your main idol? I default to my parents. Like my parents, number one, taught me how to be human. You know, believe comes from them. But apart from that, I've learned from everybody that I profiled on my channel. My favorite entrepreneur of all time is A.P. Giannini, who started Bank of America. So there's him. But then apart from that, like everybody who I profiled, I love learning different things from different people. A. Weber in the house. What's up, A. Weber? A. Weber is my email newsletter provider. I've been with them for, wow, 12 years? How long have we been with A. Weber? I don't know, a long time. A long time. When I first started my emails, A. Weber was the company that I went to. So still with them, still use them, was in it every day, was in it today. When's my book coming out? It's March 16th. We just got, let me show you the stack. We just got the stack here. So we got books coming in. So that means if you pre-ordered them, they're probably on their way to you. A. Weber says, love it. Oh, Steven's here. All right. Steven, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Fingers crossed for Steven. Steven. And connecting? No, same thing. We'll have to figure out another time. We've tried multiple phones. the the gremlins are with us today. Somebody's in the chat saying you have to delete the app, but and then reinstall it. So I guess that's an option. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes IG just gets buggy and doesn't work. But let's figure it another time because I want to help, but my audience can't hear. Yeah. Oh, I kicked them off. Okay, great. We'll figure another time with Steven. That's too bad. Okay, Suki wants to come in. So Nina, can we figure that out? Let's figure another time with Steven. Okay, well, whatever. Suki declined. Suki, come on. What? Suki, you're killing me. Okay, A. Weber, how was social media marketing week? Pretty good. I was sick for most of it, so I was just in my hotel room, except for when I spoke, and then I did my speech, and then I stuck around for 4 hours after doing Q&A, which like burned my throat pretty hard, and then I went back to the hotel. So Yeah, I hate doing that when I'm at a conference. I love being part of the community and helping, but yeah, just I need to stay healthy. Suki wants to come back in. Okay, we'll give Suki a second chance because Suki's pretty hardcore. Suki's pretty hardcore. Let's bring in Suki. See what Suki has to say. Waiting for Suki. Okay, so now we get to see, is it actually Steven's side or is it Instagram or what? Let's see. Let's bring in Suki. Connecting. No, I can't see Suki either. Oh, there she is. Suki, it happened.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on here.
It's happening. We made it happen.
I know. I feel kind of embarrassed because you've given so much advice and I'm still at the same spot. So I feel like I shouldn't even be on here.
Well, listen, you made your account public, so that's progress.
I know. Woo! I'm so excited. First of all, I just want to say congratulations on the book. And
hey, it's here. It's happening.
And thank you to you and Nina and Mark for everything that you guys are doing.
Wow. Hold on. So Suki said thank you to Nina, but what did Mark do?
Well, I feel like Mark asks all the questions that a lot of us think. And so, and he's so genuine with it that it just connects. So
I'm going to have to send him this video.
Yeah. Okay, and I love how he's so, I'm so nervous right now. Oh my God. Okay. I'm never nervous usually, but anyways, and also I feel like he's the devil's advocate. I don't know if he's actually like that in real life, but
no, he is. Yeah. Okay. That's Mark. Yeah. When
and
Mark's not being Mark, I get upset.
Okay, yeah, and you're just like, stop asking stupid questions. So it's pretty funny, actually. So anyways, I listened to that this morning. It was really funny, especially when you were grilling him on his business or his phantom culture and stuff. That was hilarious this morning. But I liked how yesterday you said if you have a question, go directly to the point. So I'm still struggling with starting everything that you already know, like my podcast, my YouTube channel and stuff. And I've done like some YouTube before and I've had millions of hits and stuff. I was doing reactions on certain videos and stuff and they started getting millions of hits, thousands of hits, but I wasn't passionate about it. So I stopped. And I do want to give certain insights and certain advice and make videos like I told you on the mind and everything, but I'm struggling. So I feel like sometimes I feel like it's not authentic because I'm like, Suki, you can't even do it. So why would you teach what you've learned? But I don't know. I'm still struggling with starting and I just don't know what can really get me going. And I'm also comfortable. Like I have money and I've made money and stuff in my past businesses. So I'm not like dying for money, even though I am. Like I'm not like, oh my gosh, yet where I'm like suffering. And
so here's the thing. We're going to start right now.
Okay.
This is your podcast. We've got 11 minutes before I have to go. So give us your intro and then start the podcast. I'm your first guest. You can download the audio and now officially the Suki podcast has begun.
Okay, I guess I would want to do have my podcast is about being unfiltered and not wearing a mask and being completely and authentically yourself and actually finding out things. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay, finding out things that work to, like for example.
So here's the thing. So kick us off with that. Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Suki podcast. I have a guest, Evan Carmichael, and then we get into it.
Hey guys, welcome to Unfiltered, the Suki Outlaw podcast, and I have freaking Evan Carmichael.
What?
I love and adore, and Nina somewhere kicking around. And these guys are amazing. They've literally gone from, I guess like everybody, from nothing to like creating amazing content for the world, adding so much value to the world. And I know what your thing is, believe in yourself, but what is it that makes you so, do you think it's that you watch all these people and you've consumed yourself with all this content because that's what you created your channel about, giving advice? Do you think it's because you inundated yourself with so much of them that you just became this superhuman?
So one, I'm honored to be on the very first episode of this podcast. This is amazing. We're going to look back on episode 1000 and say this is how it all began. I don't think that I'm superhuman. Anxiety, and I still get nervous and I still get worried about things. The two things that help are, one, definitely being surrounded by people who I look up to and I aspire to be like, and you can't help it. Like if you're around Elon Musk and Oprah Winfrey and Steve Jobs and all the people that I profile every day, if you watch even just a little bit every day, they force you to think different. They force you to play bigger. You may not notice it on a day-to-day basis, but you notice it. Like if you look back 3 months, 6 months, a year, it's like, man, I've really grown a lot, right? So that's one. And the other one is just knowing that I love serving, right? Like I love coming on podcasts like yours. I love doing Instagram lives. I love helping, and knowing that if you woke up every day and felt like you were doing something that mattered to people and you were having an impact, you'll want to keep going and doing more. And it forces you to be more courageous. Even you, like starting this podcast. Why? It's because you want to help. You want to serve. You want to share what you've learned and try to help other people who are like who you used to be. And even though you haven't figured it all out, you're still on your journey. There's still a lot of people who currently are what you used to be, and you can help and you want to. So I'm just as superhuman as you are.
So would you say that you have, you know how some people are like, oh gosh, we have a finite amount of time here, and we need to not, you know, when you're on your deathbed and you're lying there and you're like, I juiced everything out of it. Like, is that what drives you? Like, you just want to get the most out of this human experience? Or is it just serving people? You just jump out of bed because you want to serve people? Like, do you jump out of bed, first of all? Or are you like normal people where you're like, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel good? Or do you just say, okay, I have a certain amount of time here on this earth, I need to juice it, milk it, do whatever I can? Like, what like gets you out of bed so intensely?
Yeah, so I wake up like everybody else. Nobody wakes up and gets out of bed and is like, yeah, Monday, oh my God, it's amazing. Like, nobody does that. Zero. But
Tony does.
Tony does not do that. Nobody does that. But successful people have a routine that sets them up for success, where they demand excellence, because it's easy to coast, right? Like even you said, you've had some success, you made some money. It's easy to stay comfortable and be where you are. It's what drives you to make you want to be a better version that's going to actually be motivating every day. So Tony does his, cold plunge every morning. He's doing his like deep breaths in and out. He has his routine that sets him up. For me, I have my routine as well. And part of that is consuming some content of somebody that, I look up to and respect. But consuming for me isn't enough. I need to share, right? So the thing that gets me motivated and excited is sharing, is doing stuff like this. It's like, I'm just sitting here, at home, and here I'm able to be on your first podcast. Like that gets me fired up. So if you figured out what the thing is that gets you fired up, that makes you come alive, that makes you feel bold, powerful, confident, unstoppable, and then doing that every morning, I think that's super important. And most people wake up like an accident. Most people just fall into their day. Most people just start their day by responding to other people's emergencies, looking at their phone and responding to messages, as opposed to actually planning out, like, what do I want out of my life today? So today was a weird day. Today I woke up at 4 something. I had to go to the bathroom, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. So I woke up, went to the bathroom, then lay down, and then just all these ideas started happening in my head. It's like, okay, I'm going to get up. So I'm more tired than usual today, but I also like having different things on different days. So Monday is my mentoring day, and I spend the whole day mentoring the people around me on my team. And then I don't really do it until next Monday. So I miss it. I start to miss it, right? So I'm in my like mentoring zone all day. It's all I have to worry about. I don't have to make YouTube videos. I don't have to do anything else. And then
so do your goal. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but would you say, you said you have a routine, have things that drive you, but are your goals, for example, I want to write this book, would you say goals are important, but would you say timelines and deadlines for these goals also propel you to get up and start getting on it?
Not so much.
Okay.
And maybe I'm weird like this. So back to your last question too about regret. I used to live life through, I don't want to regret my life when I'm 100. And I look back and say, like, I could have done something more. I used to always filter my life through that lens, especially when I was afraid to do something. Like, I'm afraid to go on Suki's first podcast. And what I would tell myself is, this podcast is going to be the thing that makes me. Like, as much success as I had, being episode 1 on Suki's podcast is the thing that will change my entire life. And if I miss it, then I'm gonna hate my life forever. And that's what I would actually tell myself, to force myself to do the scary thing. I've, in the past 2 years, haven't used that model at all. Instead, I've short-circuited just to say, I do scary things. Like, that's a logical exercise you have to go through to catch yourself being scared, and then convince yourself that, okay, I need to think forward and think about when I might be 95 looking back, and then that mental exercise gets you to action. Instead, it's just, I do scary. Evan Carmichael does scary things.
So I was on the treadmill because I heard that you were having that banter back with Mark where he was like, I think of the fence that I made and I did such a great job. And I'm like, look, I made the fence so I could do this. And you're like, no, that's bullshit. You said shortcut that and I do scare hard things. So I was on the treadmill and I was running, I don't know, like 10K. And I was tired at 8 kilometers. I was like, okay, walk now. Like, you've done enough. And then I kept thinking of you saying, I do hard things, but I'm not, no offense to your strategy, but it didn't work. I was like, no, this is stupid. Like, just stop. And I stopped. So I don't know if the other voice is too loud as of now, obviously. And I have to keep doing it to shut it out. But that's where I'm at. Whereas the I do hard things is like, my voice is like, no, you don't, or just stop, or, you know.
This is the problem, not just with you, but with most people. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to set a goal for something else. I'm going to launch my podcast. I'm going to launch my YouTube channel. I'm going to whatever the next big thing you want to do. And then your brain's going to say, no, you're not. You've taught yourself that you set goals and don't follow through. You've taught yourself that you don't believe yourself anymore. You have these moments where you're like, I could go do this thing. I have the abilities. I have the skills. I have the resources. And then like, no, you don't. You're not going to do that thing. And that's what I want. That's what I want to destroy. Like, that voice is the thing that I have to destroy. So if that was me on the treadmill and I'm at 8 and I say I do scary things and then I say, no, I don't, like, just the fact that I said that means I have to do it. Okay. Even if I'm like sick at the end of it, because you can't, like, that voice kills all of your dreams. The voice that says, I can't do this. No, you're not going to do it. There's no way you follow through.
What if it says, I don't want to do it anymore? Say you wanted to do it, you got it to 8, and you're just like, no, I'm good at 8.
So here's now where it depends. Like, is it actually that you don't want to do it? Or is it that you're afraid to do it? And only you know the difference. Yeah,
that's very, very true.
So you can easily, here's the thing. You're probably the highest achiever in your friend circle group. People will look at you and say, man, look at everything Suki's done. She's so brave. She's so courageous. But in your head, you're like, this isn't actually that brave or courageous. Like, I know I've got like 18 more gears compared to what I'm doing right now. And so what's the voice? The only thing that matters is the voice inside your own head. Do you believe it? Like, are you proud of your effort? If you do 8 out of 10 on the treadmill, 8 minutes out of 10, and you're really proud of, like, man, I pushed harder than I ever pushed before. Even though I didn't get the 10, I'm proud of my effort. Then yeah. But if you're just giving yourself an easy way out and say, I don't want it anyway, that's the surface level idea. But behind in your head is like, I give up. I quit on things. I'm not strong enough. And so the only acceptable answer in a lot of those things is I don't want to do it, or that's some expression of myself. But I'll often do it just because. Like, I painted my nails orange. I don't know if you saw like that post way back, but I went to a nail salon and got my nails painted. Just because my women friends who I was buying the thing for, like, we won a dance competition. I took the ladies out to get their nails done, and they asked if I was going to get it done or not. And I said, no, I'm not. That's silly. That's not an expression of myself, which is the only acceptable answer. Like, that's not how I express myself, which was true. But also in the back of my head is, I can't get my nails done. It's ridiculous. I'm going to look stupid. I got to make YouTube videos. I got to be on camera. And because that was even part of the reason, then I went and I did it. Just because I do difficult things.
Well, it's like that guy that you salsa danced with at that event that you were at. You're like, I'm going to ask this guy to salsa. The fact that you just danced with him, I mean, I get those things all the time in my head, but I think you just hit the nail on the head when you said, are you scared? Because I was thinking, okay, if I overexert myself here, I'm going to be tired for the rest of the day. I might get sick. Like, you've been running so fast. So I talked myself off the last 2 kilometers.
Are you proud of yourself for how you did that day? That's the only thing that matters. If you're proud of yourself, amazing. Congratulations, right? Like, if you're sick, like right now, I can't do my usual squats. So instead of doing 50 at a time, I'm doing 10 because I'm still recovering. I'm proud of my 10 because if I do 50, I'm going to feel it and I'm not going to be happy. So I'm proud of myself.
So what do you think if, like, I know you said you're tired and you're gassed and you're gassed at 10, but what if you always feel tired? Do you think that's just because you've said it for so long that it's kind of manifested into reality? Like, I always feel exhausted and it's not, maybe I'm not doing the things that I want to do and that's causing it, or maybe it's my health or whatever. I'm trying to figure it out, but I try to do those 50 when I go to the bathroom, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get tired. I do, but I guess like you said, you have to focus on the effort, not the results.
And this is the difference between if you're tired in the moment as a one-off, it's different than if you're tired every time.
Yeah.
Like if you're constantly, like today I'm tired.
Yeah.
It may not come out, in a podcast like this, but I'm tired because I didn't sleep well because I woke up at 4 because I had to go to the bathroom. Great.
Yeah.
But if that's happening every night, like if you're tired every day, then your life is broken. Like then something has to be fixed. If I was waking up every day at 4 to go to the bathroom and not sleeping well, something has to change. Like I need to stop drinking at night. I need to I got to figure something out.
Yeah.
So if you're tired every single day, yeah, maybe you're doing the wrong work. Maybe you're not sleeping enough. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. Like you hack it to figure out a solution. If it's a one-off, then it's okay. Like you are what you consistently do, not what happens in these one-off moments.
And then I don't want to keep you too long because I know there's so many people that want you, but when you talk about focus on the effort and not the results. So say if I'm making YouTube videos and I start posting and like barely anyone's coming to watch and you're saying, are you proud of the effort? I mean, I can spend 10 hours editing a video but that's not feasible because I have other things to do and other, demands. So when you say, don't you look at analytics and metrics and how you can be better and what's converting more?
Yeah, of course, but it's not the primary driver.
Okay.
And it's not even just editing. Like editing might be the thing that you want to get great at, or it's just picking up the phone and recording a video and sharing what's on your mind. You said you've had a lot to share. You've been through a lot. You got a lot of, even though you're still on your journey, it could just be taking the phone out and pressing record and zero editing, post it as is. It's being proud of my first video that I posted.
Scary.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen your first.
But it's like, you do scary things. Like that's the mental, at least with inside my head, if that's the answer, the fact that I even said that's scary means I have to do, I don't even care what the thing is.
I just feel like people are just gonna judge or.
They will.
I don't know.
That's not a good enough reason not to act, right? Like it's all circling around the same things. It's scary
because
because
you judge yourself. What if you're just like, oh.
Yes, I'm proud, but it's switching how you judge yourself. It's switching how you care and love yourself. Being proud of the fact that you posted it. I'm gonna make a video. If I'm you, the fact that I said I'm scared and I'm afraid of judgment means I have to do it. Like I'm not allowed to leave today without making that video because I don't want to teach myself that I suck. So I'm gonna film a video, no editing, post it, expect it to suck, expect it to get no results, expect someone to say, what the heck is this piece of garbage? And then I'm patting myself on the back and say, I did it. I'm amazing.
Wow. Okay.
That's the process. You did your first episode of your show. Awesome. Now it's taking out your video, no editing, speak to the phone and post it. Expect to suck. Expect no comments, no results. And then pat yourself on the back to say, I did it. I'm Suki. I'm crushing it.
Nope, you're cutting out. Oh, okay, well, thank you so much for being, thank you for everything. I just need to do it, and I just need to start, and I need to stop.
Right now. Start right now.
Okay.
You did your first episode of your podcast. Now you're going to make your first video and post it.
Okay.
Good luck. We're cheering for you.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Thanks, Suki. Much love.
Bye.
Bye.